So, how much money do you make? Or, what's your salary? When are you getting married? Oh, you're getting divorced? Why are you still single? Each and every single of us has been in that embarrassing situation where we were asked a question that we don't necessarily want to answer. He might have asked you simply out of curiosity, but you don't want to share that. That one question ruins the entire conversation, especially if you reply with an embarrassing answer. Let me share with you several strategies which will help you to respond to most uncomfortable questions you can think about. Don't worry, it's not about insulting the other person, but rather putting him in such an embarrassing situation that he probably won't ask you again. Firstly and most importantly, simply give a useless answer. Instead of freaking out and telling the other person that it's not nice to ask such questions, bear in mind that you're not obligated to answer that question or any other. No one is pulling the gun on your head, and the beautiful part is that you can reply however you want. You can even ignore it and that's it. But here is what I like to do. I simply respond with the most useless answer you can think about, and the other person often responds, I wish I didn't ask you at all. Let's take a real life example. So how much money do you make? Like everyone else, less than Bill Gates. You're answering his question, but he's not getting what he wants since you're giving a very broad and general answer. That's the easiest way to deal with uncomfortable questions. But that's not the only option. You can also turn the question around. Formulate the question in such a way that it will make the other person you're talking to ashamed for his curiosity. There are multiple common phrases that you can use to start, but let's just focus on one of them, such as, if I heard you correctly. And then the ending of the question will depend on the nature of the question. If you're asked something very personal that you don't feel comfortable to share at all, simply reply, if I heard you correctly, your main concern today is my personal life. Or, if I heard you correctly, your first priority in your life is to know whether we broke up or not. Such questions might sound a little arrogant, but if you say it in a polite, calm, and a little sarcastic tone, it's going to put the other person into an embarrassing situation. I remember when I just got into the real estate business, one of my friends was extremely curious about how much money I make exactly. So when we were chilling in one of my friend's house, he was sitting right beside me. Suddenly he asked, So, how is the real estate business going on? I replied, Not bad. And then he continued, So, how much money do you make? I looked at him with a weird face and said, You really want to know that? I shook his hand while my left hand was on his shoulder and told him with an extremely serious face, Bro, it's highly classified information. Your curiosity might get you into a big trouble. And then I laughed and everyone else in the room as well. And after that, he never asked me again. Whenever you come across unpleasant question, you can turn the situation into a joke. Sarcasm always works out. Never get offended or pissed off at the question because you will seem like a douchebag who takes everything personally. But rather start responding to the question in such a detail that it will make the other person regret for asking that question. Remember, the key is to talk about every little tiny detail. For example, someone asks you, So, when are you getting married? Science says that in order to have a happy marriage, it's important for the couple to have similar ascendants. Don't ask me if that's true or not, or what the heck does that even mean. Any abstruse theory that sounds pretty damn smart will work out, as long as the other person have no idea about it. Only at that moment when I realized that I have made my soulmate, and I will check if we fit together based on the theory that I just explained to you. By the way, I have to find out when and where exactly she was born. Then only I will think about proposing to her. Your answer will drive him nuts. This strategy works only if you can do it confidently. However, if that's difficult for you, just be sarcastic. That's what freaks people out. Oh my God, why did you spend so much money on that watch? I had to starve for 2 weeks. There was no other option. In case if you're really pissed off and you literally have no idea how to respond, keep this in mind. You can use this phrase to respond to any stupid question. You are such a wonderful person, but you know what's your greatest strength? Is to ask dumb questions. People don't always think before they ask. or you simply feel like that's something too personal to share. So these are some of the tips that you can use to deal with such questions. And now it's your turn. What do you think? How do you respond to uncomfortable questions? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video. And if you don't want to miss the next video, then hit the subscribe button and the bell besides it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.